Today we are doing a rebuild of my PC system, and really it's been over a couple days already. I already started this process, but I'm partnering with Hyte and they are helping me rebuild my entire PC with their brand new line of Nexus products, building it inside of the Y70 touch case. Now I have an older system that I built back in 2019, a 2950X Threadripper system on an MSI 399X Creation motherboard. They sent me out some cool stuff to update my desk as well. And I don't know if you guys pay attention, I drink a lot of water. This is super freaking dope. This is their flask here. This is gonna be a series, so as each of these products come out, I'm gonna get them and I'm gonna add them to my system, even this bad boy here. So make sure you are subscribed to the channel and coming along for the ride. You know, I didn't realize how much bigger the Touch Y70 was over the O11 Dynamic. Pretty big difference in height, width, length, and depth all the way through. So this should be a much bigger case for my system to live and breathe and sleep in. So I am excited about that. Hence play mat. You got your manual right there for the mat itself, and this is what powers the mat. Inside the box is like this thing to keep the shape of the mat. And okay. Sheesh. This thing is thick. Like, it's not just like a surface, it's like a hole on. Jesus. For this build, I'm going to be using the Elgato 4K Pro, brand new capture card that they just released as my internal capture card. Now this one has up to 8K 60 HDR VRR pass-through, a true HDMI 2.1, 4K 60 HDR recording. Can be used for PC, of course, with an internal capture card, but PS5, Xbox One, etc. So that's the specs on this, and I'll talk more about this when we discuss the build, but thank you to Elgato for sending this out for the build. Stay tuned for me reviewing this. That's kind of on the upper end of cost there. This thing is massive. It's really thick. Like, look at that. Okay, now I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with my current mat setup. So the nice thing about this setup is that it's all managed by their Nexus software. Now their Nexus software is basically a one-stop shop that allows you to control all of your peripherals as well as your hardware on your desk and even smart devices around that are compatible with that particular system. Now I have the mat on my desk, which it looks really nice, and I have a keyboard and I have my Y70 Touch over there all running through the Nexus software. And as new parts come out, like the thick Q60 or what have you, I will be adding those to my setup. The reason I have not rebuilt my PC in a while is because I use the Corsair LL fans, and oh my God, with all the wires, those have been a complete headache. So the nice thing about the new fans for Hyte is that they have the One Connect system. So we'll get into that as the build unfolds itself, but let's take a quick look at the Hyte Nexus software and how it works with the Y70. So if you've been under a rock for the last 7 months and you don't know what the Hyte Y70 is, it is the hottest PC case on the market. It is basically an upgraded Y60 with a 4K screen that is a touchscreen, 10-point capacitive touchscreen. Does not get any better than this. Retails for around $359. The Nexus software on the Y70 allows you to basically customize the way that it looks on the screen here. There's some presets in there and then you can customize it to your liking. The screen is gorgeous. It's extremely sharp, colorful, and vibrant. It's crazy how nice this is in person. Seeing videos of it or other reviews doesn't really give it justice compared to what it looks like while it's right in front of your face. To me, this is probably the best PC case that has ever been created in its natural form. The Nexus software is primarily accessible on your desktop. Now you can get to it on the touchscreen of your Y70 case, but on the desktop itself, there is a built-in application that allows you to add widgets. Each of those widgets will control your individual devices. Each of those different widgets will have similarities, but they will be customized for the particular device that they are supporting. Going back to the customization, you can complete your own dynamic moving background for your Y70 touch case. There are a lot of different widgets that you can add to the front of it to make it your own, including the famous block game, aka Tetris. So far, my thoughts on the Y70 touch case. It's superb, however, it's not perfect. Due to the fact that it has a vertical graphics card, you now have those little half slots. And so because of that, I could not put in my Elgato capture card yet. I need to order another piece from Elgato before I can add that in there. And that's the same thing with my network 10 gigabyte card for my NAS, etc. So the case is amazing, but there are some caveats that you have to be prepared for, and I'll cover that in the next video when I talk about the build and how it's going. Maybe I'll do other things. Maybe I'll update the motherboard, the CPU, the RAM. I don't know, but for now, it feels great to be able to get the first dibs on some of these sweet products that they have coming out. Make sure you subscribe, join the Cozy Coalition below. That way you can make sure you have a front row seat as those parts start to come in and you can see them come in and be added to the board. I'll give you a first-hand understanding and I guess in-depth and or educated decision on if it's worth it to you to replace your current pieces or your current components to your setup inside of your PC. But hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you like today's video, I'll put a playlist right here of some other content that you may like. As always, stay cozy in that crazy world and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.